Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 2 of my unemployed journeyman to glory, I guess we're calling it, on Football Manager 24. If you do go on to enjoy today's episode, make sure to drop a like on there for me and subscribe to the channel as well. If you are new, get a comment in as well down in the comment section down below. If you didn't already check out episode 1, we have finally found a job. It took us a lot longer than what I was hoping for, but let's get into it. So we are at the exact same point as where we left at episode number 1. We got some playing time expectations. I've not had a single look at anyone as of right now. We'll confirm that. Have a look at the supporter profile update. We've got 920 social media followers, 80 season ticket holders, which is not ideal. The season expectations is to finish mid-table and get to the... what is the point in an extra like 40 quid? We might as well just keep that with the second round. We'll do the tactics in a moment. It's the National League North, so I doubt we're going to be too adventurous in that. I mean, I said I was going to meet the media. Would it be wrong of me to arrange a press conference and then not turn up? I don't know, maybe. Well, only one journalist has decided to show up to my press conference, but we managed to get to the national media. I'm not really too sure why. You're encouraged to answer questions on the subject of my new job. Really? Oh, it's Amelia Fitzpatrick again. I've spoken to her quite a few times actually, but yeah, my first press conference with Peterborough Sports. I'm excited about this save, to be honest with you. I know that we're not obviously going to be here for very long, 18 months at the absolute maximum, but I'm really excited to see how we get on at Peterborough Sports. Okay, let's kick off the first question from Amelia Fitzpatrick from the non-league paper. Let's start the press conference then. Hi Sam, what are your initial thoughts on taking the Peterborough Sports job? It's a real honour to be entrusted with this role and I'm excited about the future. Do you feel the expectation asked of you this season have been fair and realistic? I'm happy with the direction we're going in. You've taken the step into football management despite being just 19 years of age. Critics have suggested that you will struggle to command respect in a dressing room that contains players that are older than you. What do you say to that? It's a valid point to bring up. It is unusual for the manager to be younger than some of the players. I can only not hope it will be an issue. That's something none of us will know until a few matches have been played. I think that's definitely the best thing to say. You don't have much of a reputation to speak of, and many people have expressed surprise that you have taken over as Peterborough Sports manager. Can a little known manager such as yourself really run a club like this? Some might have preferred a more recognisable name, but they've got me and will have to get used to it as I'm here to stay. What approach will you take with your backroom team? I think it's too soon to be discussing change to that. You've had very little time to prepare for your first match in charge against Southport. How much, if at all, will that impact on your performance? I might be new here, but the players aren't. They know how to play and will save the bigger challenges for another time. I think that's the best thing to say. You must be looking forward to your first match in charge against Southport on Monday. I can't wait. It'll be a fantastic occasion and hopefully we can get off to a great start. But she's going on a little bit here, isn't she? Do you think the next 3 fixtures represent a good chance of getting off to a good start here? I've not even looked at the fixtures yet, so I can't answer that if I'm honest. What attracted you to Peterborough Sports? They're the only club who offered me a job. Can I say that? This is a club absolutely dripping with potential. Are you happy with the squad you've inherited? I haven't spoken to the players yet. Have you met the players yet? No. I haven't done any formal introductions. They'll be handled very shortly. Right, I've had enough. I'm ending the press conference. She were going on far too long there. My relationship is respectful, so why is it dark red? Anyway, let's move on from the press conference. Let's go and meet the players finally. We'll go into the tactics, see who's any good or not. I like to not load my own tactic. I like to create my own style. There we go. We'll just load up the standard 4-2-3-1. We might end up making it a 4-3-3. But let's have a look then. We've got a decent sized squad, to be fair. How many players is this? If we just skip through that. If we go from Harrison Neat down to Sydney Pereira, we've got a 22-man squad. For this level, that's not too bad, to be fair. Let's see who are some of our better players. Is our goalkeeper any good? So our goalkeeper is going to be Peter Crook. Is he actually any good, though, as a goalkeeper? So he's 29 years of age. He's better as a goalkeeper than a sweeper keeper. He's on £500 per week. Is he good enough for this standard? Please tell me 3.5 stars of current ability is good enough for this standard. He's conceded. He's at 13 goals so far. So he's a good Vanarama North player. So not too bad. Our goalkeeper seems pretty decent. Our right back in Matt Tootle, he doesn't seem particularly great. He's 33 years of age on £300 a week. Yeah, he's not good enough to play at this level. So we could do with a new right back. We've got a couple of good centre-halves here. In fact, a lot of centre-halves. Have a look here, firstly, at Hayden Cann, on loan from Lincoln. He looks very, very good. He's good enough to be playing at the level above. So we'll get him in the team. And we'll partner him with Connor Johnson. He is a central defender, £650 per week. Looks like a good player for the future as well. as for now, and we've not really got anyone to play a left back. So you can clearly see why they have been playing a back three so far this season. Meyer is a 20-year-old Dutch left back. He's got a little bit of potential, but yeah, we could do with two new fullbacks if we're honest. In terms of one of our holding midfielders, we'll go with Rodney McGlinchey on loan from Peterborough. Looks like much more of a player for the future rather than for now, but we'll have him in there as our ball-winning midfielder. Do we have a playmaking option? We've not really got much of quality in this team. Alban Johnson, he's much more of... I mean, can we play him as a box-to-box? Not really. Can you play as much else? So we'll play him actually as a deep-line playmaker. We'll play Alban Jones as a ball-winning midfielder. He's much more of a holding, a central midfielder rather than a holding midfielder. Right wing, we'll go Jordan Nicholson. Is he any decent? He looks pretty good. He's more actually of a left winger, so we'll stick him over on the left wing as a... Oh, is he... What foot is he? He's a left winger, so we'll stick him on the left side to play as an attacking left winger. Our number 10 then is going to be Josh McCammon. Or are you a right winger, Josh? No, Josh McCammon is much more of a right winger, so we'll get him over on the right hand side. I'm not happy that our wingers got the number 8 shirt. I don't know who's allowed that to happen, but absolutely not on my watch. And he's apparently he's a natural number 10, but he's accomplished on the wing. So why did it tell me that his best position is as a right winger? Well, I'm not too sure about Josh so far. I mean, our other option to play we don't have another option to play in the 10 actually. So we'll put McCammon in the 10 as a shadow striker, and on the right wing we'll put Kane Felix. He used to play for Guiseley, I'm pretty sure. Am I right in saying he used to play for Guiseley? I feel like I've seen him by goals. He did. He was there for a few years. I say by goals. In his last 2 seasons with the club, he scored 4 goals across 2 seasons. But we'll play him as a right winger. Yeah, he is right-footed on that right-hand side. And our striker then is going to be Tom Hewlett as a poacher. Not ideal. There's not much quality in this squad, if I'm honest with you. Daniel Jarvis, currently out on loan. We could actually do with him at the moment, to be fair. Could do with another number 10 option. He's out on loan at Lowestoft. I think there's certainly room for improvement in this squad. We're only allowed 5 substitutions on the bench as well, so we need to be precise with them. We've got players like Mike Jones, 34 years of age, on £300 a week. We just don't really need someone like a Mike Jones, do we? Harrison Nee, 20-year-old, little bit of potential. Don't really need him at the club at the moment. Ben Fawkes, another winger option, doesn't look too bad, can also play up front, but not really much quality there. Sidney Pereira, lots of potential, but not really much quality as of right now. Obviously, Daniel Jarvis going out on loan. Dan Lawler in at the midfield, 29 years of age, not really offering too much. Michael Gash can play centre, half and striker. Big fan of that. He's only 5'10", but he's 37 years of age. He's on £450 a week, though. That is a little bit of a concern for me. Ashton Fox is a very good young defender, so he'll be involved in the squad. Ryan Freyat, 30 years of age. We just don't really need him. You can certainly see why this squad has struggled so far this season. 26-year-old right back who's not got the potential to play any higher than this level, and we've got a 24-year-old goalkeeper who doesn't look very good. But let's have a look at how we've got on then so far this season. Now we've met the squad, we'll do the tactic and all that sort of stuff in a moment. In terms of the Vanarama National League North, we're 17th in the table, 2 points above the drop zone, 7 points away from the playoffs. It seems like we played a game more than, I'd say, a good half of the teams. In terms of some of the better players in this league, the top goal scorer in the league is only on 7 and we're in October. I feel like it's pretty low, if I'm honest. In today's episode then, we have Southport at home, they're 14th, and Buxton away, they're 18th. I think we've got to be aiming for at least 8 points in this one. We actually won our last match, but then before that, had back-to-back defeats and only 2 draws in the previous, and we've only really had 1 win in this run of form. So you can see why the manager got sacked. It was a poor start to the season as well. Let's get into this first game then against Southport, which is literally tomorrow. So that's brilliant. I've got half a day to get all my thoughts through to the team. I need to choose my captain as well. I don't feel like right now would be the best time to go and upset the team. So I'll probably just stick with Mark Jones and Dan Lawler as the captain and vice captain. I don't really want to be going and kicking up a fuss so far. We're going to attend the first weekly staff meeting and then actually walk straight back out of it because I think they're pretty pointless. Do we actually have any staff at the football club? We've got 2 assistant managers, right? How have we managed that? We've got 2 assistant managers, no head of youth development. We're not allowed a set piece coach. We've got a performance analyst when we're not allowed one. We have a chief scout and that's it. We've got a physio and a head physio. We're not allowed much more. So we could be getting some scouts in, getting rid of one of our assistant managers. Why have we got 2 assistant managers? I don't know why we've got... Oh, because Michael Gash is a player/assistant manager. Right, I understand now. Well, the team then is how you would expect with Crook in goal, a back four of Tootle, Can, Johnson and Meyer, with Alban Jones and McGlinchey in the midfield, with a front three of Felix, McCammon and Nicholson in behind Hewlett as well. On the bench, we've got Elsom, Fox, Lawler, Fox and Jones. It will take me a while to get used to all the names and all that sort of stuff and match them up with the numbers. Players missing out then are Gash, Miles, Nee and Fry. I think Michael Gash is a little bit of a legend at Peterborough Sports, if I'm right in saying. We've not got a captain selected for this match, so Matt Tutor will take the armband. He's my right back. I don't mind that. I mean, he's not great, but the quality in like the midfield, there's such a lack of quality there, and our fullbacks are absolutely awful. So that is a little bit of a concern, but the aim this season is just to finish mid-table. Next season is when we can really build, push on as a football club, and hopefully really progress through the leagues and all that sort of stuff. We do want to try and get promoted into the National League in our time here. Every time we move clubs, the aim is to get promoted by the time that we end up having to leave. Obviously, if you didn't watch episode 1, we're only allowed to stay at a club for 1 full season. This season is like our build-up season. Next year is our full season, and then once that season's done, we have to leave Peterborough Sports no matter what. We can return to them, like say we leave Peterborough Sports, we go to somewhere like a Gateshead for a year and a half or whatever it is, or we just go there for a full year maybe. Then after that, we could go back to Peterborough Sports potentially and finish our job, but we cannot stay at a club permanently for more than 1 full season. Looking at the Southport team as well, it's pretty strong. It's pretty much as what it is as well in real life. Jim Bentley is still the manager there. They're a pretty good side of Southport. The one thing that I haven't missed though, managing down in these leagues, is only being able to have 5 substitutions, and obviously you can only make 3 as well. I really like it when you're up in the big leagues and you get 9 substitutions, or like foreign in Real Madrid where we got 12 options off the bench. I don't have any packs on, and no face packs, no badge packs, anything like that, but we will get underway then for today's game. I mean, it says down here, welcome to the PAMS Park. At the moment, we've got a black screen and that's about it. I don't know what I can do to fix my computer because it's meant to be quite good, and for some reason, it's just really started not working recently. We need to also change these things. I don't really change my settings all too much. That's all that I do for it, and we are now underway. My first game of the save, and like I say, it will take me a minute or two to catch up with all the names and all that sort of stuff. I'm not familiar with the Peterborough Sports squad in real life, so this is as if I was just a random person going into a random job, like what they do in real life. But the aim this season, finish around mid-table. I mean, to be fair, there's 7 playoff opportunity spots for us, so who knows what can happen if we go on a good run of form. We're only 6 points outside of it at the moment. They're going with a 4-4-2 formation, and we have a first highlight. Tootle with the throw, looks into the box, but that's cleared away by Doyle. Nice header there from Can, and now Tootle driving down at this near side. Can he get a ball into the box? It's not a bad ball, looking for Nicholson, cleared away there by Quonset, and now Mayer driving forward at left back, gets a ball into the box, he cuts it back for Nicholson, beats his man. Can he cross it into the box now? He goes back into Mayer, lays it off to Alban Jones, who strikes. It's not a bad effort over the bar though. 20 minutes on the clock, still 0-0. If anyone's going to score here, it certainly looks like it could be us. If we continue to leave so few people back during attacking free kicks, we'll be done on the counter attack. Well, why have we not got a set piece coach? I don't care if this is step 6 or not, well, step 2 tier 6. Why have we not got a set piece coach in? That's the only reason why it's been brought into Football Manager. Burgess now over on that far side finds Hamami. That could be a penalty. That one also could have been a penalty. We've got away with them though. And now Nicholson will drive it down the far side. He cuts inside here and finds McGlinchey. He goes out wide again into Mayer. Can he find a forwards pass? He loses the ball there in a poor area. Now Hamami coming forward here for Southport. He finds Burgess over on that far side. Gets past his man far too easily. Ball into the box. Looking for Marcus Carver. Proven goal scorer at this level. Heads over the bar. 30 minutes on the clock. It's still 0-0. And we will now give them actually some more encouragement here. And it's not been a pretty game for the neutral so far. We've had a lot of the ball, which is good. I like my teams to be possession-based, but we need to be creating chances with it. We need to be having shots. And our forward players, who on paper are our best players, are not really performing too well as of right now. And whilst the non-league transfer window is open for a long period, I think it's till the end of March, when you've got no room in the wage budget, I can't exactly go out and sign any players. And also because you got to factor in, I haven't got any scouts at the moment. I'm going to thrash the arms, far from pleased. Mayer is demotivated by that. I can understand why, because he is having a good game. But we have submitted some offers for some scouts. I think like their judging ability and potential is like they've got a rating of 6, so not great. And a penalty's been given. What's been given? Nicholson has shoved Morgan. Southport have a penalty. Great start to the second half, this lads. Who's going to be stepping up here for Southport? It's going to be Hamami. He steps up here against our goalkeeper and he sends Crook the wrong way. Pretty decent penalty there from Josh Hamami. His second goal of the season. Port's number 15 has them ahead on 48 minutes. A terrible start to the second half here. Poor from Nicholson as well, who now needs to make it up in this game. It's going to be a tough ask for us this season. The squad on paper is not great. We're going to stick it onto attacking, but with Southport's first shot on target of the game, they do take the lead. We drop down to 18th in the table, still 3 points above the drop zone though, so I don't mind that all too much. We're now an hour on the clock though, so let's make, well, I mean, I guess we can only really make a double substitution at this stage. Who is not playing well? We're going to get off, I mean, I don't even know. Nicholson's going to come off here for Folks. Are you a left winger? Are you left-footed or right-footed, sir? He's right-only footed, so he's going to come in and play as an inverted winger rather than a winger. We're also going to bring Mark Jones on for McCammon and go 2 up front and go to a 4-2-4. Play him as a pressing forward on attack. And we'll save our final substitution for another 10 minutes or so. Maybe get Alban Jones off in there. But when you get such a limited amount of options on your bench, then the players you want to bring on, it's a lot of square pegs in round holes, unfortunately, which in non-league level is why you need so many players who can play in different positions and not just like what we've got here, a number of players who can only really play in one, which obviously is not ideal. Can now finds Jones on off the bench, out wide here into Kane Felix. Can he get a ball into the box? He cuts back and finds Tutel. McGlinchey now finds Felix. He looks to cut inside here on that left foot. McGlinchey out wide into Tutel. Looks to take on his man, but that is very poor. And now Doyle finds Flowers. It's a big mistake. And we're back level. Tom Hewler with his second goal of the season, assisted by super sub Mark Jones. And that is why he's playing as a pressing forward. It's a nightmare there from Flowers, the central defender for Southport. Terrible that from Tutel. Doyle played it back here into Flowers. Risky pass. Jones capitalises on the mistake from Flowers. Hewlett finishes. And it's Peterborough Sports 1, Southport FC 1. And that is exactly the sort of response I was looking for when we went a goal behind. Dan Lawler is now going to come on for Alban Jones in that midfield and play actually as a defensive midfielder rather than a ball-winning midfielder. 20 minutes to go. All our subs are now on the pitch. Can we find a winner in this game? I do think we have slightly edged it. Corner kick to come. Mayer to take. Left-footed in swinger. Over on that far side, can we find one of our big lads? I don't think there's actually much height in our team. Mayer swings it in, looking for that near post. Headed away there by Flowers, and now Mayer again cuts inside on that left foot. He finds McGlinchey who strikes. Oh, what a goal. Roddy McGlinchey. He's got a hard name to pronounce, and he's got a hard kick as well. What a goal that is, off the underside of the crossbar. And that is absolutely beautiful. Mayer picked it up, he cut inside here on that left foot, laid it off, and a first time strike there from Roddy McGlinchey off the underside of the crossbar and in. Absolutely beautiful finish. Peterborough Sports 2, Southport 1. We are ahead in today's game with just over 10 minutes left on the clock, and we're not done there. We want a third. Crook sends it long. Not a great clearance, if I'm honest, but Lawler there with a nice header. He finds Jones, and now Felix now. He'll look to take on his man. Over on that far side, into the penalty area, finds Jones, and wraps the game up. Our substitutions have had a great impact on this game, especially Jones, who I was debating whether I put him on the bench or not. I was thinking about maybe putting Pereira on the bench instead of him, and then using Folks as another striking option, but Jones, goal and assist on off the bench, and that's a great finish as well, off the inside of the post. 10 minutes left on the clock. The game is well and truly done now. Great for Lawler. I think he won the header originally. I mean, we're not done there. We want a fourth here. Lawler stood over this free kick. He's obviously going to take his time with it. He's going to be very patient with his play. 5 minutes left on the clock. Can we get a fourth in this game? He shoots. That's not a bad effort. It's off the post. I think, is it Redshaw or Renshaw? Absolutely nowhere near that. And I think we should just about have enough now to see this game out. It's been, I wouldn't say comfortable, but it's definitely a deserved victory, unless there is going to be some late drama. 5 minutes added on. Corner comes into the box, and Connor Heath has his 6th goal of the season, and that is definitely not ideal. We're going to tell him to time waste frequently now. Southport have a goal back with just 5 minutes left. It seems that from crosses and set pieces, we might struggle this season. I mean, what's Lawler doing? What is the point in having someone on the back post if they're not even going to defend it when the ball comes near them? We're still going to give him some praise. Tutel's had an absolute nightmare. He's on a 6.1 match rate. And how long are we playing here? 90 seconds over the 5 added on. There's full time. We start out the Peterborough Sports campaign since I've taken over with a 3 3-2 win at home to Southport, a deserved win as well. Well done, lads. That was a good win for us. We've got to build on that now. We said we wanted 4 points from these first 2 games. That's the target that I set. We're up to 14th in the table, just 4 points off the playoffs. I can't remember off the top of my head who we're playing. I think it's Buxton away. Let's get into that one. Couple changes then from the last match. We line up now with Crook in goal, a back four of Miles, Can, Johnson and Meyer, with Lawler and McGlinchey in the midfield. A front 3 behind the striker of Felix, McCammon and Nicholson, and Jones comes in to lead the line. You've got Tootle dropping out of the squad completely, Alban Jones and Hewlett dropping to the bench as well. Obviously Hewlett did score, but I thought Jones had a really good impact on off the bench in my opinion. Couple tired players, as we only played it like 2-3 days ago. We have actually submitted an offer for a Peterborough United striker where we're not having to pay any of his wages on loan. He's obviously pretty decent. I think he was showing us 5-star current ability, but I think it'll probably be about 3.5-star in terms of current ability. But it was one of them where it came up, it was like transfers induction, and he was the player who they were showing me. So I was like, well, why not? If we've not got to pay any money, then let's go and get a loan player in. Another team that we're coming up against playing a 4-4-2 formation. This team worked pretty well, but we played much better when we went to the 4-4-2. So maybe we need to do that. Let's see how we get on now in this game, because Buxton are not a great team. They've gone really close there early doors as well. Yes, we've had to make a couple of changes. I thought the right back in the last game played really poor. He was on a 6.1 match rating, and with us only playing a couple of days ago, I did want to make as many changes as possible because I want to keep things fresh and I don't want to kill our players, especially when our squad is so small. But there is some quality players in this side. I don't think there's many, so I think a rebuild in the summer is definitely something that we are going to need to do. Jones now lays it off to McGlinchey. 2 goal scorers in the last match. He finds Nicholson, who with the outside of his left foot hits the post. Good opportunity for him there, but Buxton are able to clear only as far as McGlinchey, and that is unfortunately the end of the highlight. Corner ball, Lawler swings one in, not a bad ball, flicked on at the near post by Cannon, somehow not gone in the back of the net. Firstly hits the post, then it's blocked. How this game is still 0-0, I'll never know. We are away from home, so I would take a point here, but they're a team fighting relegation with all due respect, so a win here is something we absolutely have to be aiming for. 30 minutes on the clock, free kick for us now. Lawler to take with his gloves on. 5 men in the wall. I feel like this one's going to be one of them where it goes just over the bar. It is on top of the roof of the net. 32 minutes gone, still 0-0. Do we maybe go on to attacking? It's been a very even game so far. We've dominated a lot of the ball. Lawler's going to shoot from another free kick. This time it's saved by the keeper. We've got McGlinchey having a good game with a 7 match rating. Crook having a good game on a 7.1 as well. Nicholson to swing this corner in. Left-footed in swinger. Not a bad ball towards that near post. Cleared away though by Weston. Only as far as Can. And that is unfortunately the end of the highlight. One last piece of encouragement then before half-time. Weston swings the ball into the box. Not into a bad area to be fair. Well claimed there though by Crook. And he'll now look to get us up the pitch here. Crook is taking his time with it. He's got 2 men stood right in front of him here, so we'll happily just roll it out around them, and now we're instantly through their press. McGlinchey is driving forward with it, out wide into Kane Felix. Not a bad ball in. I would say not a bad ball. It was quite a bad ball, and it's pretty easy there for Hemprey to claim. Can we drop back now? I feel like this ball is going to be one that goes straight over our defence, and that could cause us a little bit of a concern, because you make a lot of mistakes at this level, unfortunately. Miles, though, there with a nice interception. He finds Felix, back into Can. Inside here to Lawler, checks his shoulder and goes back into Johnson. Out wide into Meyer. Nice patient build-up play from us here. Lawler now, bit of room to find McCammon. In on goal here, actually, who shoots from distance off the crossbar. Is that the 3rd or the 4th time in this game that we've cannon one off the woodwork? That is so disappointing. Nicholson swings this ball in, and Johnson has jumped 10 minutes after that ball's even come into the box there. Felix loses out, gets the ball back though and strikes, and there is the opener. It's been coming. All we needed to do was just get a shot on target, because at the end of the day it's non-league and pretty much any shot on target ends up in the back of the net. I've no idea what Johnson were doing there, but it worked in the end. Felix picked it up on the edge, lost it originally, got the ball back. It's a pretty poor shot. It's just shocking goalkeeping. We'll take it though. Buxton 0, Peterborough Sports 1. If we can start out our life at Peterborough Sports with 2 wins, it gives everyone a bit of confidence, doesn't it? Nicholson again performing poorly, considering he's meant to be our best player. Not impressed with him so far. Half time then, 1-0. I am going to say we've had a lot of shots on target. We haven't. We've had a lot of shots on the post. They've made a change at the break as well, staying with their 4-4-2 formation though. Mayer with the throw-in. He finds McCammon. cuts inside and finds McGlinchey. Are we going to have another rocket here from McGlinchey? He's thinking about it. He's really thinking about it. And Roddy McGlinchey has 2 in 2. Was that just outside the box as well? I mean, it's not quite as good as his goal in the last game, but Roddy McGlinchey with an absolute rocket there into the back of the net. McCammon picked it up, cut inside and found McGlinchey, and he just had the room to carry on going. He kept going and kept going. He unleashed it from outside the box, found the back of the net, and it's Buxton 0, Peterborough Sports 2. This has been a great start to life at Peterborough Sports, hasn't it, to be fair? We've absolutely battered them so far. Don't let them have a scrappy goal. That is a dodgy ball, and that is a great save from our goalkeeper, who I've been impressed with so far. Not impressed with Nicholson, very impressed with Crook. We need to make sure he's around for the long term, as he just passed the ball straight out of play there. That wasn't very good. I'm sure he's not going to want to watch that one back again. McKeown now with the header, finds Francis Angle. Good pressing there from McCammon. McGlinchey now, ball through into Kane Felix. The 2 goal scorers linking up. Miles now on a yellow card, beats his man, swings a great ball in, looking for Nicholson, and it's a great save from Hemfrey in between the sticks of Buxton. I know we've played obviously against Southport, and now we're playing against Buxton, who are 2 on paper not great teams for this level, but you can only really beat what's in front of you at the end of the day. And I think the next game is one against Warrington, a team who I think turned down my managerial application, so to get one over them would be pretty nice. Nicholson with the corner, not a bad ball in towards that near post. Johnson heads just over. We have got some tired players out there, but have we got the options on off the bench to change it? Nicholson to take another corner here on a 6.2 match rating, swings it in. Poor ball, cleared by Weston. Only as far as Nicholson once more. He's dribbled past a few players there. Brilliant play from Jordan Nicholson. And he finally has his first Peterborough Sports goal of the season. He's clearly a very talented player. And thankfully he's managed to finish that one into the back of the net. His corner originally was poor, but he picked up the ball, eased past a few Buxton United defenders. Buxton United? I'm not too sure. He eased past a few Buxton players, slots it nicely into the back of the net. 3-0, job done, and I feel very confident we can now rest some of these players because, well, they could do with the rest. I mean, have we got anyone who can play left back other than Mayer available in the matchday squad? Well, we do, but he's currently playing right back. Have we got anyone who can play right back? No, so Mayer's going to have to stay on. McGlinchey can now come off. He's had a good game, but we'll get Alban Jones on in that midfield to play as the deep line playmaker. We're now also going to get Nicholson off again. Is that harsh to do? Yeah, we'll get Nicholson off again. Or maybe, actually, no, we'll keep Nicholson on for now. We'll give him another 5 or 10 minutes or so, because he has just scored, so maybe bringing him off right now would be a little bit harsh. Free kick here for Buxton, taken short to Francis Angle. He goes all the way back into the goalkeeper. I mean, this could be either a crazy set-piece routine or that was just absolutely stupid. The goalkeeper pumps it long. Good header there from McCammon. And he intercepts the ball once more. He finds Nicholson. Just thinking about bringing him off. We decide to keep him on. Can he come up with another goal? Felix now finds McCammon. Shoots from distance. Oh my God. Josh McCammon has just scored from about 40 yards out. What a strike that was. I was thinking about maybe bringing McCammon off and going 2 up front again. But he's just scored from, what is that, 35? It's at least 35 yards, maybe even 40. That is an absolutely brilliant goal. Sometimes you've got to sit back and say fair play. I mean, the keeper's slightly off his line, but even still, to find the top corner from there is an absolutely outstanding finish. Let's now make our final few changes of the game as well. We've got a centre-half there, Hayden Can, tired on a yellow. He can come off for Ashton Fox, who is right-footed, so we'll keep him on that side. And for the final change of the game, we will now get Nicholson off for Ben Folkes on that left wing and play him as an inside forward on support. Be a little bit more defensive. We're 4-0 up. We don't exactly need to be going for the jugular at this point. Our goal difference is still unfortunately in the negative, so another goal would be very nice. Fox picks up the ball in at the midfield and finds it out wide into Folkes. He's going to look to go back into Meyer then. He's got a little bit of room here. Can he swing a ball into the box? We've got the big lads in there, and it's nearly found one of them there. Felix on the volley. It's 5-0. Goodness me, we are very good at this football thing, aren't we? Kane Felix on that left foot with a very tidy finish there. And if the game was ever not in doubt, it definitely is now. Meyer with a nice ball, and he had the time to be fair. It nearly found Jones. It was a good header initially. But Felix with a brilliant finish there. To get a controlled volley on your weak foot there is very, very impressive in my opinion. And we're definitely going to be coming away with 3 points in this one. A clean sheet though would be very, very nice. Felix with a nice interception. Already got 2 goals to his name, in this game. And now Jones out wide into Lawler. A little bit of room for him to go down the line into Mayer. Back into Johnson. He goes back into Mayer. Now Lawler picks up the ball, finds McCammon. Alban Jones looking over the top for McCammon. Can we make it 60 into the penalty area? It comes to Fawkes. He cuts it across. Cleared away there though by Brown. And now Mayer picks it up once more. Looking to take on his man. He finds it into Fawkes. And eventually it's come to Mark Jones. Question marks whether that should have been a penalty or not. But Mark Jones is on the score sheet once more. It's Buxton 0, Peterborough 6. I knew I was a good manager, but I didn't think I was this good. I mean, this Peterborough sports team is not exactly amazing on paper, but we're 6-0 up away from home in my second game. I don't even think I've had a full proper training session yet. Mark Jones tucks that one away, and that is exactly where I've started him in this game. I think I got an email or a notification saying he can only play 75 minutes because he has a reoccurring sprained knee ligaments injury. So anytime now, I'm expecting him to be done for the rest of the season. Mayer back into Crook, who, to be fair, if he didn't make that massive save in the 3rd or 4th minute, whatever it was, this could have been a completely different game. But we're not done there. We're looking for number 7, Mayer, who's been outstanding today at left back. Oh dear, what's the referee going to give here? It didn't look a foul, but it's a red card. I'm surprised by that. It certainly didn't look like a foul to me. Mayer gets straight back up. He doesn't hopefully have to come off here. He doesn't have to come off. They've now gone to a 4-3-2. So I guess the best thing to do right now is tell them to focus it in the wide areas, get the overlaps in and really just kill their midfielders. They have actually made a double change in that midfield. Yeah, I've been focusing the play down the left a lot. And to be fair, with my assistant manager or my coach, whoever it was who told me to do that, they've done pretty well in telling me to do so because it's worked today. We've had, sorry, that's them who's had 4 shots on target. We've had 11. We've had 18 shots away from home with a 2.7 XG, nearly 60% of the ball. We've certainly impressed so far. A lot of players have done themselves a very big favour. Johnson is disappointing me. Lawler's disappointing me a little bit as well. The game is lagging a little bit as well. I'm not sure why. I feel like if it was a problem with my actual computer, then the video would be lagging as well, but it's not. It just seems to be Football Manager. So annoying. Throwing for us here, which Miles will take deep in the Buxton half. Plays a 1-2 with Alban Jones and swings the ball in, looking for Fawkes at the back post. It's 7-0. Matty Miles with the assist. Fawkes with his 3rd goal of the season. On off the bench. Impact from our subs. That's what we're looking for. And it's 7-0, and we're not even at the 90th minute yet. This has been a brilliant performance from us. Crosses into the box are definitely the way forward in non-league. Great ball in from Miles, and a great header there from Fawkes. Miles, I was not going to lie to you, I wrote him off already, judging by his star rating. But he's come in for his game, played really well, got a 7.9 match rating, whereas the right back in the last game, I can't remember his name, he got a 6.1. So Miles is definitely going to be the man going forward. And this is some really nice liquid football from us. Mayer picks it up once more. Back into Lawler. Out wide again into Mayer. Can he get another ball into the box? Can we get number 8 before this game ends? Cuts it back here to Alban Jones. He finds McCammon. And it's 8. Josh McCammon with another goal. He's already done an 8.9 match rating. What more can he do to get a 10? It's been a brilliant display from us in this game. Some liquid football at times. But this is a league fixture. Considering where Peterborough Sports were when we took them over, to be winning 8-0 in just our second game, in my opinion, it's very, very impressive. It's just a shame my computer stinks so much. It's 8-0 regardless. And if you haven't already, make sure to like, comment and subscribe while we wait for my computer to hopefully fix itself. I'll just see you at full time probably. And there we have it then. Full time. No, not full time. There we go. Full time has eventually come through. I've been sat here for hours. How is our goal difference at +5 already? It was -9 when we took over. Absolutely brilliant to see, isn't it? We're now only 2 points off the playoffs as well. Yes, we've played a game more, but I definitely don't think that the playoffs are an unachievable goal this season. With how well this squad has performed in the first couple of games, especially in this one, why can't we go and get into the playoffs? A dominant display then, a very, very impressive game from a number of players there. Let's get into the dressing room, give them my post-match thoughts on that one. It was just very, very good, wasn't it? I mean, I'd like to say this was really special, but not because nobody gave us a chance, but because we're just absolutely outstanding. I mean, we've just won 8-0 in a league match. I don't think that's too good. I don't even know what to say. I'm absolutely speechless. Is that a common thing on Football Manager? Do you just go around hammering teams every now and again? we're at a similar point in the table, to be fair, so a nice little 8-0 win to start my campaign. I think that'll get the fans on board nice and early. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there for episode 2. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to drop a like on there for me and subscribe to the channel as well if you are new. Get your thoughts in down in the comment section down below. Which players do you think I need to sell? Which players do you think I should sign as well? Any recommendations? Let me know that sort of stuff down below. Thank you very much for the support on episode 1. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all tomorrow at 6 o'clock for episode 3. Peace.